Welcome back to the Logic Speak podcast. My name's Adam Bieber, and normally I'm sitting across the table from Jason Etheridge, but I'm super excited about this podcast because I get to welcome one of our newer Logic speakers to the studio, Teressa Ruspi. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. So excited to be here.
Well, I'm glad to have you. We are approaching your 90 days since you joined the team. Hopefully, if you're watching this podcast, you have already been aware that Teressa came on board with us back in February. But we wanted to get you on the podcast so that people can start to get to know you and also just kind of hear what makes you tick and, give people a chance to hear from you.
Awesome.
So if you could, actually first, let me just kind of set the precedence a little bit. So we identified at the end of last year that we wanted to show up consistently, do the things that we've been doing, as far as our backyard goes, where we want to show up in fewer places more consistently and just make sure that we're having a positive impact on the community. And with that come goals of growth and finding new partners that we can serve with IT services and cybersecurity and consulting and AI and all that fun stuff. And so as we started to kind of chart the path for next year or for this year, we realized we're going to have to scale the team. And so what's so cool about you coming on board here was you were actually interviewing for a different role. Yeah. And our team very quickly identified, like, you're perfect for the organization. We just got to get you in the right seat. And so we moved the timeline of when we were going to grow our business development team because of you. And so the role is yours, and I'm so glad it is. I'm so glad it worked out. But so we'll get into some of the nuances of your role and what you're going to be up to and how you're serving here and in the community as a whole. But if you would, just to give people a little backstory, tell us a little bit about you. Where are you from? Yeah. And how did you get here?
Yes. It seems like forever ago, but just like that, 18 years has passed. And so I'm originally from Pennsylvania. Yep. Born and raised in Pennsylvania, right outside of a small town of Scranton, Pennsylvania.
We forgive her because she's an Eagles fan.
Yes, I am an Eagles fan. But with that, I had dreams of growing up, bloodline of Philadelphia Eagles fan. Yeah. Then when I was in college, I went down and auditioned to be a Philadelphia Eagles cheerleader, and I made the team. So you can't hate me that much.
No,
I have a lot of pride.
It's respectable. Yes.
So that was a fun experience. Yeah. But
and you did that for 2 years.
Yeah, did that 2 seasons, 2000
McNabb era.
Yeah, McNabb, Westbrook, Sheldon Brown, all those guys.
So cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun and a great experience, and kind of trickles a lot into my career.
Yeah, sure.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Just as far as being public speaking, forward facing,
yep.
community driven, ambassador.
Yep.
It's really allowed me to step into my space.
Yep.
I was put into situations, at the age of 20 that, when you're cheering for 65,000 fans, and Eagles fans can be a little rough, but when they yell at us too, we just have to smile and do our thing, and move forward. But, so from Pennsylvania, I have a twin sister, and all my family is still there. So going back and forth is a lot of fun to visit. And,
sure. But now you're a Georgia girl.
Now I'm a Georgia girl.
Okay, yeah, you've been here for
18 years, and my daughter was 6 months old. We moved to Georgia, and then had the rest of our family here. So been here for a minute.
Yeah.
And absolutely from Johns Creek, Alpharetta, Milton, loved this community and deeply just immersing myself into the community, and from networking to building relationships to people in my community, always being active. I remember starting my first, networking kind of social world was in my neighborhood in Johns Creek. I was the social coordinator for my neighborhood.
Nice.
I planned all the fun activities for the mom groups and all the kids. And that really was my step into connecting to community and bringing people in and together.
I love it.
To enjoy their family time and make memories. So that was kind of my first step in doing that, not even realizing it. But with that, starting in Pennsylvania, I was always big into health and fitness my whole life. So my background, bachelor degrees in nutrition and dietetics.
Yep.
So that's just really something that shaped my being, my health and fitness journey, my whole life. getting into some of the later years, my sister and I were founders of a nonprofit organization.
Yep.
We started the LRJ Foundation, which does mental health and wellness education programs in schools.
Which, quick disclaimer, we are actually going to do a whole episode on the nonprofit.
Awesome.
So I do want to go into it a little bit maybe, but we are going to save it because I want you to be able to roll out the entire mission, the why,
Awesome.
how you guys are serving, where you're serving, all of that. But remarkable.
Thank you.
And it propelled you to continue your scholarly journey, your higher education, and go get a master's. So talk about that.
And back in 2020, decided to expand a little bit further. Went to get my master's in nonprofit management, organizational development, and that really was just a lot of insight into the nonprofit, for-profit world, and just organizational development in general.
Yep.
Really just deepen my education understanding to running a nonprofit, which essentially is a business.
Yeah, totally.
Just differently. And starting the nonprofit back in Pennsylvania into the schools and organization and community. And then when I came to Georgia in 2017, I started another chapter of the nonprofit here and got into our community, into schools to bring mental health and wellness education, partnered with the city of Milton for the past 7 years and bringing all this great collaboration together.
Yeah.
So with that, it's expanded me to really just bring community, serving, and business together.
Yeah.
And that's really forms who I am.
Yeah.
So it's really just where I'm at now. And it's just been such an amazing journey. And for me, it's building those relationships, those partnerships, and community is what I stand for.
Yeah.
So wrapping my career into that is just kind of very wholesome for me.
Yeah. And you've had some awesome career and corporate experiences. And what's unique about kind of the timing of everything is you were wanting to find a organization to work with that you could invest in, grow with, and continue to support your girls and do all of that. The nonprofit hasn't gone away. You just don't have to do a full-time role every day with it. And so I just think it's awesome that you've continued to stay hungry and willing to grow and willing to pivot into an industry like IT and cybersecurity. At this point in your life, because I'll be honest, when I got into the industry, I knew nothing about technology. In the way that we serve partners, I didn't really have an understanding. And I still don't.
I beg to differ a little bit on that item.
Compared to what are on the other side of this wall, we have a technician that's sitting there, and there's our entire support team. It's table stakes for them to be able to do the things that they do, and support our customers well. And so they've got that part taken care of, where you and I get to step in and kind of live in our sweet spot is connecting with people. Because behind every computer is a person that's trying to operate and use it and get something done. Whether it's a for-profit or nonprofit business. And so it's just neat the way that your experience, like maybe in the moment, the building blocks maybe felt like, well, what is this leading to? But it's neat to see like how each stage has helped prepare you.
No, you're
for
so
this time.
Right on that. I actually think I made a post on my LinkedIn about this
Did you?
when I first started, because I kind of had that, realization, and you in the moments you don't know. But I think sometimes when you're directed to certain things and you follow your heart and to what you're supposed to be doing, and that intuition, and you're just like, oh, this is for me, and you go there and you don't fight that. So I was just in this space the last several years, is just going with the good and following the flow of what's coming to me and leaning into that. And it's brought me to all these opportunities, other things I've learned and people I've connected with, and growing my nonprofit, entrepreneurship, all these things has really taken me to where I am today, because I could use all these assets and the people I've met and the network I've built through my nonprofit and in the community connections. And now I'm turning it into the business of business development at Logic Speak. Although I don't have a tech background either. Like I can't tell you how things connect and where the servers are and what that all means. But I understand people. And especially the space of mental health and wellness organization, we had built in the power of relationships and how important that is for our mental health. And making sure you're sitting alongside the right people, whether it's in a partnership, relationship, a business working relationship, the people you surround yourself are either going to bring you up or bring you down.
Yeah.
And then talking about it on a sense of like teenagers, for example, that shapes their whole world.
Sure.
Totally. It's who they are. It's how they feel connected or disconnected. So emotionally, it's very heavy. So I think when I look at businesses now and how I can relate it, your day-to-day work and how things operate or don't operate are affecting your bottom line or the relationships with your coworkers. To me, that's just empathy.
Yeah.
It's the compassion you have. So I look at from a people perspective and how I could elevate someone's well-being if they're less stressed, less anxiety because they have good IT. Well, great. They're healthier as a person.
Yeah.
That means their business is healthier as well because everything is flowing together. And who doesn't want everything that's working well?
Well, I love that you can see that connection, that solving the technical problems that seem just technical actually impact someone's mental, how they're showing up at work, how they're showing up for their team, how they're. And I mean, you and I were just on a call yesterday, and we shared with them, like, we want you to be able to trust that we have your back and for you to just hum along and almost forget that we exist because we're just doing all the stuff in the background to take care of you guys, which I love. So you and I met at the Rotary Club of Alpharetta. Yeah. That is our backyard connection. Yes. We both have been involved there. You, I think, about a year longer than me. I'll be coming up on 2 years in the club this year, which is fun. But it really is. I mean, our motto is service above self. There's remarkable, unbelievable, incredible people in our club. And just to get together with them and focus on serving other people, we come together for some pretty big fundraisers throughout the year. And it's always been such a joy to be able to link arms with everyone in the club. But that's literally how we got to know each other and how I knew that you were looking for something. And so it's so serendipitous that it worked out that we had a different role open. It wasn't the right fit. We moved the timeline of this role and it feels like it's purpose built for you. So as you think about coming on board with us, we're almost to 90 days in, which is awesome. Yeah. We're seeing such good traction. I think together as a team, we're working really well together. We're dividing and conquering. I was starting to hit my capacity where I can only show up so many places at a time. And I want to be consistent with the people that I'm showing up for. And so to bring you on and for you to already be establishing yourself in other backyards and starting to have a positive impact on different groups of people that I haven't been able to reach is pretty awesome. So as you think about the last 90 days and kind of reflect on when you first came on board, what was it about us and Logic Speak that made you excited and feel like this is the right thing for you?
I mean, honestly, I was looking for a full-time position for a while. Yep. Like you said, keeping my nonprofit and then moving into a full-time role, just for that challenge and career move.
Yeah.
And it was interesting to be looking for something, and I didn't want to just take any position. Yeah. Because again, I wanted it to be something I truly was passionate and excited about and felt like it wasn't work. And when this opportunity was presented to me and was going through the job description, I was like, wow, this literally was written for me. Like, this is Teressa's position. And I was praying that you all felt that on the same side, because for me, it's, meeting an organization where my background, nonprofit driven, community relational, being that hands-on, building those relationships. Logic Speak just had that. That's just who you are. Yeah. It's who the company is. It's really just such a mission driven. And I was like, wow, like this company offers volunteer time off for us to go in the community and serve. Yep. So I can still serve in my role and be still in the community and represent Logic Speak in that way. Like, that to me was just, amazing to see and had me that much more excited. Yeah. So really I think it's the values and missions that this company was built on. Yeah. That really just truly it's I obviously haven't seen another company like it. Yeah. Truly, like it's so amazing to see the people that are here and who we attract, the clients we work with, and how we can lean in, because it's what our company was built on. It's what Jason wants. He wants us to see us in the community serving and giving back and making a difference. Yeah. We truly make it. Yeah. Make a difference. And that is who I am to the core. Yeah. So and it's absolutely really kind of just bonded to that.
Yeah.
And it allows me to be in my role and to be myself. And I think that's the best way anybody can show up from themselves in a role is to be their authentic self, because I'm just being who I am, whether if I'm working in my nonprofit or working here at Logic Speak. It's just, it really allows me to come forward with my authentic self.
Yeah. We have 4 core values. If you're watching and you're curious about this, we lean in, we care for you, we keep improving, we love our craft. Yeah. Everything we do, how we interact with each other, how we interact with our clients, how we interact with the community, what we choose to focus on, how we choose to show up, all of it is filtered through, are we living out these core values? And that culture and that DNA, that identity, you either are or you aren't.
That's true.
And it's very easy to see when somebody is not aligned with that. And thankfully, you were already aligned with that because of the way your background and everything that you've been a part of. And so it was so neat. One of the first bits of feedback that we had was like, it's just so cool because you already have a backyard. You've been serving for years. And so being able to partner with what you're doing, and that's why we're going to do a whole episode on the foundation, because I want you to share the story of your nonprofit. And we're going to do it closer to the event that you have here in Georgia, so that if listeners want to come, they can come out and support. We're going to do a team, and we're going to put up a tent, and we're going to do the whole thing, because it's who we are, and we truly do care, and we want to lean into what you're doing and what you're passionate about. And we're always, as a team, you know this by now, after 90 days of working with me, we're going to keep improving.
Oh, yeah.
We're always going to iterate and tweak and do incremental feedback, because it's just going to sharpen us as professionals and make us better at what we do.
I think that's the biggest thing to share is sharpness. I think even in my 90 days from when I started, the first couple of weeks till now, I do just feel sharper in that. Yeah. And I'm growing as a person. And, just listening to you, learning from you, and in presentations and speaking with new prospect clients, it's so amazing to hear your expertise and knowledge and how you deliver, and it's helping me learn too, even on the tech side. And you do such a fantastic job with that, and it sharpens me in that end, and it allows me to have the more confidence when I'm going to the community, into networking events, stepping outside, being on my own. Okay, Tressa's going here, Adam's going here, and taking control and knowing that I am representing Logic Speak the best I possibly can in my authentic self, and excited to do that. Like I truly am excited to do that, and it's fun, and it allows me just to build those relationships, and the people that need these services are going to know that, hey, we're a pretty cool team to work with, and we got their back on all sides. And if they have an event coming up, we're there to support. If they, when they need us to support their IT, we can do that too. Yeah.
One of the coolest things, we have this opportunity coming up. One of our newer clients is a pretty large nonprofit, and they have their annual gala coming up. And we're not just going to go and support. Our executive team is going to go, and we purchased a whole sponsorship. And so it's such a cool opportunity where, yes, they're paying for services and we're delivering their technology and we're their trusted partner. But now we get to show up for them. And it's just the best. Like, I just love that we can do that. And the fact that we get to show up every day and be our authentic selves and serve where we can and have a positive impact is a blessing. Yeah.
It surely is.
Couple closing questions. What are you looking at in terms of, like, let's just say we said you're about 90 days in. So by the time you hit 1 year, we have you back on the podcast, or someone sees you in the community and they say, hey, did you do it? What is your goal for this first year with us?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it really is to connect with more businesses in the community, just as relationship driven. Hey, I know this business, so I can maybe be a great referral. Yeah. And all different sectors, being part of the chamber and the Rotary, you learn about all of our fellow Rotarians or chamber members' businesses. And I want to be able to say, oh, I know a guy. Yeah. And be able to give back in that way and share. Yep. Because there's so many good businesses out there, doing great things, and other people need those connections so they can do great things in their business as well. Yeah. I want to be able to like lean into more community service projects and
love that.
Whether it's in the Rotary or chamber events, and be more of an ambassador of Logic Speak directly in our community, where even to the point where it's like that annual representation, right? Oh, we'll see you next year.
Yeah.
You got your annual event. We'll see you there.
Yeah.
And I want to be that showing up face all the time. You know, on a goal-driven side for my position, you know, I want to be able to, you know, connect with, let's see, what do we have? 8 months left. You know, really the goal is like 5 to 10 more businesses.
Yeah.
That are, hey, either signing on as a client or potentially in the pipeline.
Yep.
Where it's like, we know the impact we're going to have on your business.
Yeah. And
once we get that transition and you rolling smoothly, like we're truly going to help your business grow and be more efficient, and we can be a part of that. So it's such a cool thing that we can be a part of their great work on the backside.
Yeah. I love it. I love those.
Yeah.
I wrote this down. I said, this is what Logic Speak is about. Serving people well, growing in the backyard, helping businesses thrive. Mm-hmm. And truly, growth happens where trust, service, and community meet. Yes. And I think you already are an ambassador of that. And so I'm grateful that you're on the team. I'm super pumped to be working with you. I have lots of confidence that we are going to hit our goals. We have very big goals to continue to grow because we want to serve more people.
We do.
And I'm excited that we get to do that together. And I think this is just the beginning. I'm excited for where we're headed. And any closing thoughts?
No, I mean, likewise, I echo everything you said. It's truly, I'm just excited to where we're going and where we're at now. I think we have such a great landing pad here that we're literally just going to launch. Like I feel it. Like I truly feel it. I'm excited to get out there, connect with more businesses, service opportunities, because that's where just the realness happens. Yeah. You know, when you're digging in the dirt with people, when you're sharing a conversation, having a cup of coffee, and just being yourself, it's just,
it's where the connection is.
It is. Yeah. And I just think it's exciting, and I'm excited to where it's going to go. And for those that are watching, you know, I'm excited to just reach out, and I want to learn more about you, want to connect more, just grab some coffee and have a conversation and get to know each other.
I love it. I was actually going to say that if you're listening and you're local and you're like, hey, maybe we could be one of those 5 to 10 businesses that Teressa brings on board, reach out directly, and she'll be tagged in the post, and you know how to get a hold of us. So reach out, let us know what you're up to. And if there's a way that we can serve you, we would love it. If it's, linking arms next to you and serving in the community together, great.
Absolutely.
If it's bringing you on as a partner and servicing your technology, great. There's a lot of things that we can do. And so I'm excited to do it, and I'm confident that we're going to crush it. So
let's do it.
Welcome to the team officially on the podcast, and we'll have you back on soon. Thank you, Teressa.
Thank you.